Oh, I'm so sorry. My name is Slick Speaks. We're having a debate today, guys.
Yeah, and also, and our proctor for our debate is the ever lovely Selena.
Hello, everyone. I am Selena Vasquez. I am the host for Selena Culture. Check it out soon.
Mm-hmm. And I'm really gonna add some more stuff to my page. My page. I'm really bad about it. Really bad about it. And it's a cooking. Hey, it's a cooking show. How many cooking shows are there?
I mean, the food channel, yeah.
Yeah, it's not
You're right about that. No, that's not. You're right. It's not the point. I'm sorry.
Advice. Oh, what? It's not like
No,
advice.
because I know I get lost. Sometimes, like, I would go to the food channel and I'm like, wow, that's how to make a souffle.
Apparently.
It's hard as heck to make a souffle,
Yeah,
though,
it's
the
cool.
perfect way.
Yeah, because it's a question. Yeah, it's not just a question of temperature; it's a question of timing too.
Yeah.
Never tried one. Probably never tried
Never
one.
did.
Probably have to. Probably have to at some point.
Okay.
It's literally like art. That's how I think of it when you're cooking.
It's both. It's both. Let me tell you, as the guy who actually has to do it. It's both art and science.
Mm-hmm. Literally. Pun intended.
No, seriously, because those lava cakes, like the ones that like they put like molten like either chocolate mousse inside.
You never saw?
I never saw one made,
What, you
but
never
like
saw-
I saw actual one, like not the ones that you get like I would say at Domino's, guys, because that's not the real. But the ones that like it would look like a solid cake and it just bursts into chocolate.
I know it's done.
I never made one. That it fascinates me.
I never made one either, but I know how it's done.
What?
What?
You know how? Oh, you know how? Okay.
I know how it's done.
Hello.
But you never
like,
did it.
Are
But
you
never
still
did.
asleep?
Eventually.
Hello.
But I thought she never. I thought you made one, but I'm
It's
like, I'm thinking
okay.
because you seen it, so I'm thinking that you
I've
made
seen it. I've seen how. Look, I know how to make. Look, I also.
Is
know
it complicated? Is it complicated?
The milk. What,
The-
stuff,
no,
stuff,
kid,
what,
no.
What, the stuff in the center? No.
No.
The stuff making stuff in the center? No. Putting that stuff in the center inside the cake?
Yeah,
yes.
and holding it. Yeah, because doesn't it just moisten up? What? Why
Yeah.
makes it not moist?
Okay, I'll give you a hint. They freeze it first.
They freeze the chocolate inside first.
Whatever you're gonna put in the center of the cake, you freeze it first. Then when you put inside the sponge, sponge and the sponge heats up, it melts.
Mmm.
No,
Que
I don't
rico.
believe it. No.
I'm
They
tell-
freeze it solid. No, because the one that he had, it wasn't frozen solid. It was made just like that dark one that you see at
I'm
that
tell-
fudge one.
Look, I'm telling you.
The one from
the
Chili's, Applebee's.
Look,
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, he had it like.
I'm telling
it
you, the
was-
chocolate ganache that they tend to put inside those sponge cakes is always pre-frozen before they put it inside the
Yeah,
sponge.
so it could
Okay,
stay
since
in
we're
place.
on food, I mean there is.
Clearly.
Yeah, literally.
Clearly. Oslick
Well, let's
doesn't
debate-
eat
well,
it.
well,
He's
let's
pretty
debate.
good at eating it, but
But let's debate food. Well, fine then.
No,
Fine then. We are here to debate, so let's debate food.
No, I wasn't debating food, but like I have this other food thing that I seen golden flakes in New York, like golden chicken wings in New York. They
Uh-huh.
sprinkle golden flakes like edible.
They smell like gold. They put like
Like
edible gold
the-
leaf.
the-
They put edible gold leaf on fried
Yes,
see,
on
that's
fried
the
chicken.
type of stuff that fascinates me, like
That's
the
the most
edible
gangster.
stuff.
That's the most gangster thing I've heard all week.
No,
Right?
really, it's in New York. There's a restaurant that sells them,
Like New York comes up with like the interesting
yeah.
like
It's
New York- it's New-
restaurants.
It's
like
New York.
golden
Yeah.
wings, but they're expensive though.
Of course,
Of
it's
course.
expensive.
Yeah.
You coat the stuff in gold.
Gold, yeah.
And even then, I imagine it does nothing for the taste.
It's
Would
just
you-
the aesthetics
The
of
look
it.
of it.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
look
but
of it.
if it ruins the taste, what's the point?
Does it ruin the taste though? Like
I don't think so.
some edibles
Gold
you don't
leaf-
really like taste
Supposedly,
them.
gold leaf tastes like nothing. So that's supposedly gold leaf tastes like nothing. So it's just looks pretty.
I like pretty.
That's gold flakes right there, though. Like,
I don't know. I'd
Que
rather.
rico.
I don't know. As a guy who as the guy who has to do this, I kind of prefer. Look, it doesn't look for something to look nice as long as it has that nice sheen, all those good char points. That right there, the aesthetic look of the perfect whatever, it beats gold. It beats gold in my book.
okay. Next question on food, since we're debating food. What is the perfect steak? I say the perfect steak is medium well. Right?
I say
Rare.
well done.
Depends on the cut.
Wow.
It depends. Again, she's right, but also depends on the cut.
Yeah.
Okay, what cut is good for a well done churrasco? And where can I get the churrasco cut?
Well,
Because
Churrasco
I wouldn't.
fla- well,
I
Chur-
don't know
well,
my
Churrasco
cuts. Like,
flank steak is relatively thin.
Mm-hmm.
So again, getting that raw. So getting that raw, it might as well still be chewy. You get it perfectly well done. It's not just done. Not only is it so flavorful, but it absorbs whatever sauces you put on top of it.
What is the best? What steak? And I'm going from every layer, guys. What steak is the best medium well, or portion of the cow is best?
You might want to get medium. Medium is often the your thicker cuts. Your T-bones, your T-bones, your porterhouses. Those tend to go better between medium raw to raw.
Okay, this is
At least that's mine.
This is a double question. This is a double question
My opinion,
because
at least.
there's only one answer to this next question.
The answer is French fries.
What steak is good, raw or medium?
Neither.
That's in her. That's in her. That's on.
No,
That's on her.
Though. She got it right though.
That's on her. Well,
I
that's
bet
For
on
me
her.
personally,
You don't
it's
eat
like-
raw. Well, first off,
I don't eat raw or
Okay.
medium.
You don't
That's
eat
yeah.
raw meat, but
that's-
rare. But getting something called rare, I get the something cooked rare. I suppose it would depend. It depends on the thickness. Again, the thickness of the cut. Thickness of the cut.
So, but-
rare is good. Rare is good. Rare is good, but if you don't get like a good cut of meat, the good cut of meat, or the cut's too thin, then rare doesn't do you any favors.
But can't you get like a food poisoning for like having rare or something?
You can if the people who are storing it don't know what they're doing.
Disgusting. Just like how the government doesn't know what they're doing
No, they never
when
know.
it comes
They never
to
know what they're
having
doing.
a billionaire, guys, not pay his fair share. Like,
Just
how
one?
do you? What
just one? Wait, just one?
There's more out there. It's just this one. This one's shown in the limelight of the New York Times. Because how do you feel about you being, a taxpayer, your mom being a taxpayer, everybody that you know being a taxpayer?
But not the guy. Who can
But
actually-
not the guy- not the guy
who can
that's-
actually- not the guy who can actually afford to pay his taxes.
Correct. Why? How do you feel about him just paying $750?
On one
There's
hand-
more that's added onto it. They didn't want to put it out because they felt like your 750s is like
Yeah, I
that
guess.
was like the staple.
Truth be told, it actually gets worse. Actually gets worse from there. But again, on one hand, if you had to pay if you or anybody else had to pay $750 on taxes,
I'm trying to figure out
You
how
can
to do
lay
that myself.
but you don't. But then again, most people I know aren't worth billions, or even worth.
True.
They're not even worth hundred. They're even worth
Show
200,000.
me the billionaires. Show me the way so I can tell my family.
The answer, I guess, is be rich. The answer, I guess, is be rich and know a bunch of lawyers.
You sure? Because if all it's not just one of them. Because I'm pretty sure there's somebody out there that's paying like $300 in tax. That's a billionaire.
I mean, I feel like there's always shortcuts.
There is shortcuts. That's the thing. There are tons of tax loopholes that business owners can take advantage of. Problem is, the majority of those loopholes only apply to people who own
The rich.
whose businesses make more than a certain amount of money.
The rich.
Because I do remember like on the third episode we did this, you explained how a basketball player, I want to say Dwayne Wade, but I don't know.
Go ahead. You can go on. It's probably.
But you said that the guy had to buy buy three very expensive
Oh yeah,
Italian
he did.
sports cars
It was
just so he wouldn't have to pay
Correct.
$1 million in back taxes.
Correct.
That's the thing. That's where some of the loopholes come from. If he actually said try to open up his own brand, did several businesses, he could technically count them as their own little shells, which again he would still have to pay a million in taxes. But because of those businesses, he's also able to get money back for those businesses in taxes. And that right there is how you only end up paying a few hundred dollars in actual taxes as opposed to millions that you're supposed to.
So in America, there's a gray area, and the billionaires know about the gray area because they're what's the thing called? They're very knowledgeable in the fact of not losing their money or assets.
Yeah, I know. That's sort of, isn't that the dream that most of us have, to have so much money that we can pretty much.
Yeah, I want to be like a Scrooge McDuck.
People want, deep down everyone wants to be the knight in shining armor, but deep down they really want
But
to be
Scrooge McDuck.
They want to be deep down they want to be the dragon.
Monty Burns. Everybody wants to be the Monty Burns.
No, everyone wants to be the dragon at the top of the mountain.
True.
With those piles of gold.
You're right about that. Because everybody honestly, I feel like when I heard the story, I felt like he needs to show me the way. Not saying that, whatever he's doing is right, because I just want to know if there's any billionaire out there. I want to know the way of not paying. I want to know that gray area, but it's not legal to the public. I'm pissed off that a billionaire and his, as commander in chief only pays $750.
Well, Well, again, the story goes deeper than that, and
True.
part of the reason those back taxes are is because they're the reason that he wanted so badly to become president. Which is not just, which again, and this is pretty much what everyone's been saying ever since he got on the ballot. He's clearly just doing this to evade taxes.
Mm-hmm. And clearly, his family's behind him because Miss Ivanka Trump. They weren't.
It's like if your dad was trying to get in a major position of government just so he can avoid taxes, and you would get, and that the benefit is that you basically get to enjoy the benefits of not having to pay your taxes and get millions off the back somehow.
You're right about that. I will probably be the Ivanka Trump saying that he did everything correctly.
Like I said, everyone imagines being a knight in shining armor when deep down they just want to be the dragon.
Honestly, or the Monty Burns is in my Simpsons reference for today, because everybody wants to be that they want to be that billionaire, but they say they try to be that philanthropist, but at the end of the day everybody wants to be that dragon on the hill saying, this is my plot, this is my
money,
this is my shilling.
They
want to be the Scrooge McDuck, swim through their money.
I said, this is my money, get lost or I burn your house down.
No, seriously, because the fact that people like my mom, my brothers call me and say that I pay more taxes than the president, and I'm like, what? That's crazy. You guys pay more? I didn't even know that. And then I asked him how much he pays, and the numbers are just wow. That's he pretty much was evading tax, because the people that he put into like higher ranking positions, like the court position, like the Supreme Court, like
Supreme Court's a different bag of worms altogether.
No, but
really
he's making a regime, so if he does leave,
it
wouldn't matter that much. He wouldn't go to jail. There are people that actually went to jail for what he has done, but he wouldn't go to jail. He would skate off free.
The sad thing is, this is exactly the same tactic they use in South and Central America.
That's nuts.
You're telling me?
That's nuts. How it mirrors South America.
Congratulations, United States. You are now the same as the rest of the. You're now the same as the rest of the continent.
Hey,
including Canada.
Hey, he says it's all fake news. Okay.
Well,
New York Times, it's all fake news. He pays his fair share.
Didn't New York Times also back him on pretty much everything else?
Well, they did back him up, but the fact that they came out with this tax and all that says it's all fake news.
At some point, the boy crying wolf is actually going to find a wolf. That's just.
Do you think he can ever come back after this? I'm just asking for the people that feel like he should be coming back.
People are dumb.
Because
people are dumb.
This man.
Injustice is not actually.
The thing is, people are going to believe what they want to believe.
Facts.
Whether it's wrong or right.
Facts.
And we know the facts, and we know the backstory of everything. People are still going to believe what they want to believe.
True.
Because
they will always pick their side, even though they know that
they're wrong.
Yeah.
It could be like I said, it could be rain. It could be raining, and they just think, nah, it's just wet outside.
Yep.
No, seriously.
Good point, though.
It's crazy.
Valid point right there.
Well, but before I start having an aneurysm over concept of tax and money, when I honestly have neither enough of neither. Other things that these two old folks are going to argue about. Starting with the first thing that Selena can think off the top of her head.
The debate for tonight. What do you guys think about that?
This is going to be horrible. This is going to be horrible / hilarious.
It is, and I'm gonna miss it all because I know it's gonna be hysterical.
I'm gonna miss it all because I'm missing it all because we're doing other things.
Well, I'm going to miss part of it because I'm going to be at work tonight. But I'm looking forward to what's that show called that they make like comedy out
SNL?
of?
Daily
Yeah,
Show?
SNL. I'm looking forward to that. Like the
SNL's
skits
gonna
that they're
kill
gonna
it.
come up with it.
Mhm.
They always find fun things to talk about in SNL. But
I could see like to lighten the humor out of a tough situation or
That's
like
sort of the
a
point.
tough.
that's sort of the
Political
point.
thing.
I mean, that's the point. That's the point of political humor and political satire. Let's at least make fun. I know that nobody's ever going to take what we say seriously. So let's just have fun with it
Yeah,
until people start taking it seriously, and then it's not fun anymore.
yeah.
Facts.
It's always like that with politics
Mhm.
until it gets to the point where it starts affecting your life and it bothers you.
Mhm.
That's when the jokes
Stop.
stop and
That's
they
what's-
walk out the door.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
You
when it
know.
stops being funny anymore. But like I said, first potential topic they could speak about during the debate. What really? We're currently living in a pandemic, and you can't think of a first topic.
Oh my
yeah,
God! Yeah, the
COVID-19.
pandemic. Yeah, COVID. That's gonna be the first question.
First thing
Yeah.
is the vaccines.
That's got
Operation Warp Speed.
They
Operation
should
Warp
like
Speed.
That's what he calls it for the
God
vaccine
forbid,
thing.
God forbid we go
Seriously?
into
Yes.
Oh God.
Sorry. Side note.
Whoa.
Hold on, my bad. I had to pause you.
You
Cause
had a
no,
moment. All right.
no, because no. This is what he calls it. Like
Who?
for the vaccine,
Who?
Mr. Trump calls it Operation
Of
Warp
course
Speed
Because of course he would.
because the vaccine's gonna
Oh.
be
Remember-
coming.
Remember, it came from China.
China. Yeah.
The
China.
The vaccine,
China.
the vaccine,
China.
the vaccine or the disease.
You gotta drop your jaw a little bit. China.
The vaccine or the disease.
Why don't you ask China?
The disease or the vaccine?
think?
I don't know. The disease. Wait, is the disease from China or the vaccine from China? Because I
The
know.
The disease.
the
disease.
vaccine-
That's what he.
But the vaccine's from where then?
That's a good
It
question.
had to be. It got to be from overseas because
Where overseas?
I don't know.
Also the Chinese.
I know they were working on something in like either what is it? It had to be the Middle East because they were testing
Yeah,
it
of
in
course.
Dubai. They were testing it in Dubai. So I don't
Okay,
know.
Well, that sounds that sounds promising.
I don't know.
But my question is, why don't we have it here in the labs of the U.S.?
Because it's because we have a thing called the health board, and we also health board and things like vaccines or not vaccines, especially in the early stages. If it doesn't work, then all you're gonna do is get people sicker. It's not like it was during the really wild west of medicine when they first discovered that vaccines actually function. Which essentially meant that somebody decided to inject cowpox into people that had smallpox and figured out, oh hey, people like cowpox are less likely to get smallpox, so maybe the two things are related. When you have that to work off of, especially now you have like way more understanding how cells work or how viruses are supposed to work. You can't just say, hey, this thing works most of the time. Let's sell it for a few $1 million. Let's sell it for a few $1 million for anybody.
I know. I'm so sorry. I kind of like.
You fell
I was
asleep?
no, cause
I know.
I get vicious ingrown hairs, guys. Just to let you know, I get vicious ingrown hairs, and like I fell one,
That's
and
what
I
you-
was trying to.
That's
I was
what-
trying to pick, and then I think I kind of got lost. Not lost in your conversation, but I kind of got
Lost
lost.
in thought.
Yup, because I'm like, yo, this
Yes,
is
I know.
vicious right
Oh,
now. This is
God.
right on the
Oh,
side
God,
of
it's
my
really stuck
face.
in my head. What
I don't
did
know. I don't know who has this crabgrass ingrown hair syndrome that I have because the thing's annoying. Because I hate shaving because of that.
Yeah.
Talking
And my
about
beard's
that.
and my beard's patchy.
Talking about that, a buddy of mine, we were talking about his beard,
Mhm.
and to me, like as a female,
You
don't.
are never gonna grow a beard.
That's what I'm saying. Like I will have no clue how that process works.
Yeah.
Well,
in
maybe
terms of, like,
few
the
women.
growth.
Well, few women in the world actually know what that is, but they mostly work in the circus. So
Yeah, but like to me, it's interesting. Like when they're, he was talking about like certain clippers that he uses, or like certain like conditioners and like
Yeah.
all this stuff that you can use on your beard. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't even
Yeah.
know
It's
that.
a, it's a
Yes,
whole
it's like-
culture.
yes, it's like what you do with your hair. We do with our faces.
It's a whole culture because if you don't wash it correctly, it's gonna be dry. And what is it for me right now? I should have picked it picked it or brushed it because I got vicious ingrown hairs because when I shave, the hair grows a weird way that it sticks right back into my skin. So it's like,
So
I don't
vaccines
like
for-
them.
So vaccines for ingrown hair.
yeah, if we need a vaccine for ingrown hair, so I don't have ingrown hairs
But
anymore.
the point is, I kind of think that if you're going to make a vaccine, especially now, you kind of need to go through the paces, because if it does not work, it's going to hurt more people than it's going to help.
Yeah.
But he's
And-
taking a Hail Mary shot because he
Yeah.
is the commander.
Yeah.
Operation Warp Speed, because he's trying to take this China
But-
virus.
China. China, guys.
He's
China.
trying to attack. He's
Which, quite frankly, if you had said that the vaccine came from also came from China, suspicious is well, again, which really suspicious, but I would
Yeah.
at least buy the fact that it might work.
well, correct.
I mean,
The
hell,
same way.
they've dealt with it the longest, so
True. And they did have like I'll say a month and a half ago they did have a party on the first city that actually had first signs of in China, like the first signs of the coronavirus when it was on its first stages. They actually did have like a weird block party in a sense because the city was corona free in China.
for
This
how long?
happened in China, guys.
For how long?
It was a festival, like a music festival. I'll say it's for a week. I'll say for the weekend, but they
so-
opened up for a music festival.
Well, we gotta admit, if you've been through that kind of stuff, you might as well.
Yeah, because they literally had like it looked like
Pretty sure-
Corona never existed, but like that city was Corona free, and this happened in China. You know,
China.
Pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Italy's gonna do the exact same thing when this happens.
I just feel like if we would have had like good leadership in a sense, not the fact of
Or
like
any kind of
Keyword,
leadership. Or any kind of leadership.
good
leadership.
leadership because
Or leadership that realized that there was already a plan for this kind of thing.
True, because like I look at it like not saying trying to bring it down for like sports because like the Dolphins have bad leadership. I know that because the fact that they still have Ryan Fitzpatrick still playing as quarterback.
I love
like,
how you get football into
Yeah,
this.
he
He has football. He has football. I have
no,
books.
because it's
I have
it's-
books. I have books and everything else. Everyone has their
so
thing.
similar. But yeah, it like
I just
with
love picking on him. It's
with
so
poor wow with poor wow with
Wow.
poor wow with poor with poor leadership you see the Dolphins, they never rise. Besides this year, I feel like this year is gonna be their year.
Yeah,
to
no,
rise.
they mostly just throw
But they
balls,
never
throw balls
rise.
around, running the other
Yeah,
players.
I think they were just handing over points to the other team. But the Dolphins, with poor leadership, you can never get anything done. And look what happened. We're in the house for like 7 months. I feel like with the correct form of leadership, the correct form of anything, from the governor standpoint to all the way up to the president, I felt like everybody was just misleading the public for no reason.
No,
People
there
are
was a
getting
re-
sick.
No, there was a
People
rea-
are dying.
There was a
we
reason.
we
It's
re-
just not a good one.
We reached a million death mark yesterday globally for this coronavirus, and U.S. leads coronavirus cases and deaths. Correct.
Well, we still haven't got numbers from Brazil yet.
True, but we're leading right now.
Yes, that's not a good thing. Now let's bleak note. Selena, give us another topic. What else do you think they're going to bring up in the debate?
Taxes.
We already talked about taxes.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did.
Immigration.
No, well that too, but health insurance.
That's actually a big one. That's actually a big one. It's been a big one ever since. It's been a big one. Well, ever since Affordable Health Care Act became a thing.
Yeah, and I feel like he likes the Affordable Care Act, but he doesn't want to admit it. So he wants to take it, and he wants to put like an extra line saying Trump was here, and then he wants to stamp it as Trump Care.
So you're saying he wants to?
Because he likes it. I know he does.
So he's gonna pee all over the windmill plants and then just build.
He's
build a
not.
windmill
He's
anyway.
not. I'm pretty sure this is what Trump would do, guys. And like, I'm not thinking. I'm not. What is it? Matter of fact, I'll just say it. Basically, if he gets the agreement to revise Affordable Care Act, he's not gonna do anything to it. He's just gonna put his name on it so he can say, "I created good health care." That's real good. Like it was. He's literally gonna take Obama's format and literally put Trump was here.
No, he's probably gonna.
Sign it.
Basically.
Probably gonna put-
Basically.
And call it Trump Care.
Probably, although I could also just imagine adding extra loopholes for medicine companies. to
No,
squeeze money.
true that too. But he's not. I don't think he's gonna change up anything on the policy standpoint. Anything that involved
Well,
Obama's regime
Well,
on
maybe
the
well,
Affordable
maybe,
Care Act.
Well, knowing the actual party, they will probably try to get rid of things about Planned Parenthood. That's for certain. Trust me. even
That's a huge issue right now with women.
It is, but
Huge.
I feel
Selena.
like
would you like to weigh in on it?
I don't know if you guys would agree with me, but I feel like that shouldn't even that should be on like the woman's decision and what is it, the couple. This shouldn't
Thank
even
you.
be a part
Thank
of
you.
Suits talking about, oh, I'm pro this, I'm anti that. This is supposed to be between two people or that one person that
Right.
makes that decision.
That's what I'm
It shouldn't even
saying.
be a part of a ballot. Why would we need to tell women, yes, you can do this, or no, you can't do this in my state? No, this should be a part of the person,
Yeah.
the individual. But
It's-
Suits
for me-
weirdos.
For me, how I see it is, why do men feel like the entitlement of trying to control women's
Correct.
life?
I don't know.
That for me, it's like,
Yes.
it doesn't make sense in my head, because who's the one carrying the child for 9 months?
Facts.
Women. Who's the one that has to take all these like precautions and all that? Women.
You guys.
Also men
Facts.
too, but we always have to take double precautions for everything.
Yeah. This shouldn't be like a
Yeah,
balanced
and
standpoint.
it's double standards though. That's my biggest issue, and I could see why a lot of women that are, against, all that, it's just
They should be able to choose themselves, not our
Exactly.
But
government
should
or
that be,
state.
yes, but should that be an op? But in the case of creating a blanket healthcare policy for those who can't afford a private healthcare policy, should that be should the option of Planned Parenthood be included?
I say yes,
Yes.
because
It's another option.
Even if you're never going to even if you know you're never going to use it personally.
Yeah,
You
it's
never
just
know,
it's
though.
an option because you don't know
Well,
the
you
situation.
you
can't
never know the
wait,
situation
situation.
though.
So
You could
everybody
lose your
else-
job.
True
Mhm.
for everyone else, it's true, but there are certain people who are admittedly are done Freddie's age gap,
Yeah.
who would feel differently. And again, they're not wrong. They're not wrong. They're too young. They're too young to do some of the stuff that Planned Parenthood would actually provide. And
But
they're-
I mean, it would prevent pregnancies. It would prevent.
for people in our age
Yeah.
bracket.
True, but like I feel like having that option and having them choose, or the couple choose, or the people that are involved choose, is the big point. It shouldn't be chosen by 6 guys that are balding with suits on, talking
Right.
about
And
I'm gonna be
obviously-
pro this,
Yeah,
and I'm gonna be
obviously
anti that.
They're
Bro.
not women though. That's my biggest
Yeah,
issue.
they're
It's
just-
like,
just
how
guys.
do you know? How do you know what women go through if you don't personally go through it?
Correct.
That's my biggest pet peeve.
Correct.
It's like you have no say
Correct.
so in that.
Correct.
You're not a woman.
They're
It's-
not.
Yeah,
And
no.
plus, not only that, I'm gonna get fired up. But not only that, it's just the fact that like when it comes to women's health, we
Mhm.
pay more on our medical stuff than men.
Correct.
Every
I can
checkup
believe
is
you.
double than men, and it's not fair though. It's like, why is that?
You guys got more stuff to deal with.
Yes. Is that even a question? It is. But it's all about educating the public though.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
even though I'm young, but like I've been going through my own medical stuff and all
Mhm.
that. But as a woman, you should know. It's our job to know, regardless. And it's the sad reality, you know.
That bald men choose what women can and can't do for
For
some
no other
odd
reason than they are men and they are bald, specifically the bald one.
Pun intended, guys.
I know we could go on more about
The
on more
debate.
about- more about stuff that might come up, debates, healthcare, education, arms rights, police reform, what to put on pizza,
Yes.
what to do about ingrown beard hairs.
Yeah, ingrown beard hairs are the worst. And I know, fellas, you guys got to agree with me on this. Ingrown beard hair, just
But unfortunately, we only have 30 minutes.
true.
So if we have to leave, so our closing arguments for debates, Slick.
My closing argument is, guys, you got to go out and vote if you want to make a change.
Biggest thing is your vote speaks for you. So go out there and vote. And thank you for checking in with our show. And hope to see you in the next episode.
And we like to remember, QAnon is a scam.
Yeah.
Correct.